Hey, look who's here. Long time no see.
I guess we're starting now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're live streaming it.
Okay.
So, welcome everybody to a live stream. No edit.
Hi, welcome to Darren's show. I'm Tanner. Usually Brian's the one who introduces, but you know what? I just felt that since it's been a long time away, I felt like I deserved the right to introduce this show. Welcome back to Darren's show. I'm Tanner.
And I'm Brian. And we just got back from watching
Captain Marvel. Why don't you start?
Yeah. Isn't it like the 21st film now? 22nd film from Marvel Studios.
You know, it's so funny. We were actually talking about this on the way back from the theater, like talking about how 11 years ago when Iron Man came out, and they were hinting at, the Avengers initiative. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll see it when I see it.
Yeah.
It's totally not going anywhere. It's not going to launch. It's not going to do anything. It's like a cinematic universe.
Thank God
Whatever.
you were so wrong. I think we were both wrong.
I think I realized I was wrong when I saw Tony Stark and the Incredible Hulk.
Yes, yeah, they were dead serious on what they were setting.
Of course, movie after movie after movie after movie,
And now we get to see pretty much the precursor to the Adventures Endgame, much like Black Panther was to Infinity War last year.
yeah.
Although this one only has like a 1 month buffer instead of like a 2.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, 2.5. So it's but we're both This movie has got us excited for Endgame, so which means it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a slick, solid, entertaining, fun Marvel flick, which is basically what you come to expect. Even when you're even when you imagine yourself, oh, it's just another Marvel flick. Isn't that great? Like, I haven't seen a bad Marvel movie in this universe.
Yeah, I know this movie, at least I was kind of preparing for it. I know that there were a lot of people kind of back up the movie to see how it was, and on its own, it's pretty good. Brie Larson does a very good Carol Danvers,
I love her.
aka Fierce, aka Captain Marvel. Yeah, so pretty much the premise is Carol Danvers or Brie Larson. She is a Kree soldier, and they are at war with the Skrull people.
If you don't know what the Kree is, watch a few movies, catch up.
Yeah, Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy, there you go. That's kind of the generalization. Anyway.
I forgot about him, so.
Yeah. Well, he was a forgettable villain.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's part of the Kree people. She's on a mission, and she's getting memories, I think, from her past while she's on the mission, which, of course, is never a good thing. And somehow, after a few mishaps, I think she gets captured by the Skrull people. She's somehow escapes and lands on Earth, and that's where a lot of her memories are starting to come alive. Because she's looks pretty human. Maybe there's a connection there. I don't know. And that's where she meets Nick Fury and Agent Carson.
This is the mid 1990s.
Or Coulson.
This is the mid 1990s. She lands in a blockbuster. Thank you.
Yeah, it's in the 90s. So if you're a 90s kid or just grew up in the 90s in
She
general,
picks up a VHS copy of The Right Stuff. That was nice.
yeah, blows up a True Lies poster.
She blows up Schwarzenegger's head. It's
Yeah.
right there. It's gone.
Goes to a Radio Shack.
Mhm.
And just so there were a lot of nice little things, and then 90s music too. I mean, the soundtrack.
Yeah, there's even a certain pop song that shows up during a certain fight sequence. Whatever pop song you're thinking of for this particular scenario, that's it.
Oh yeah, it works.
I was glad to hear it though. I almost had a Thor Ragnarok moment at that time. I guess the biggest thing, I guess the biggest gripe that people have towards this movie is that the Carol Danvers character herself is kind of underwritten. But I guess that's sort of the point. Like, she's sort of realizing who she is. She's forgotten who she was, on Earth, and then she joins the Kree, and then she meets these people who sort of bring back her humanity, bring back her identity. I guess you could sort of argue that she becomes less interesting as she becomes, as she remembers more things, but
learns more about her.
But I don't really fault the movie for that, because I actually find that sort of change interesting. Just particularly when in the fish out of water story, which I'm usually tired of, but here is actually interesting because you see someone actually sort of grow into someone who was already powerful, becoming more powerful, and I feel like it's more. Well, okay, you know the Marvel movies are mainly about humans becoming gods. I think this is more of a god becoming human, like the DC thing, which is actually done really well here. I think a lot of that has to do with two things. One is how Brie Larson portrays it. She's a lot of fun. She's cocky. She's dramatic. Very witty. I really like that. She's very witty. I love the one-liners that I love. She's able to laugh. Like she has a sense of humor. I like that. Like we have seen so many mainstream feminist films in which like the female protagonist is usually represented in like a behind-the-scenes featurette, as you know, not the typical damsel in distress, not the typical
She
you
can
know,
do
second in line.
everything.
Oh,
They really
okay,
set that up.
fine. What is she
Yeah.
then? In Captain Marvel, I think we got more of an understanding of who this person is. She is who she is.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were
And the
afraid
other
that she was gonna like appear like previous characters that they've built up to be like as like this is gonna be the next like awesome like strong female character. So I think a lot of people argue that she was just gonna not have any flaws and anything like that, and she does have flaws. Um, so I know like in the movie she's directed to be or her big issue is that she lets her emotions get in the way. She like is just shoot first, ask questions later. Um, and I think they could have done a little more with that. I don't think that they developed it enough for her to kind of act it out. That's my biggest gripe about it is that okay, this is her weakness. Let's utilize this more. Kind of like Luke Skywalker in like The Empire Strikes Back. He has all this power and potential, but he's letting his emotions and just ill-trained skills. Like he's not trained enough to get in the way, and that's how he's ultimately defeated by Darth Vader. Here, there's a fight, little skirmish with her trainer where like in the beginning of the movie where her emotions get in the way, but I don't know.
So the character is underwritten. You do see a few dimensions here and there, but I mean it's not exactly 100% three-dimensional. But like I said, there's like two things that sort of help with that. One, as I said, is Brie Larson, who's incredible, and the second is her interactions with the other people on Earth. Nick Fury.
The side characters
the
are
best
great.
friend, the best friend's daughter. Like those moments are really cute, and I think they help bring out this character's humanity in a way that really this film really needs that sort of side to it, and like the way she interacts with these people.
Yeah, I mean she interacts very well with the cast that surrounds her. I actually kind of think the supporting cast was stronger than Brie Larson herself.
Yeah, you can say that, but that's just because the character is, like I said, slightly underwritten.
Yeah, which is why the supporting cast was very good because they helped the movie along. I think they were the strong point. The best friend and her dog
and the cat.
Great.
Let's not forget the cat.
Oh yeah, just
Goose.
Goose the cat. If you've read the comics, you know exactly what Goose.
I have not read the comics.
You know
that
everything
was a nice
about
surprise.
Goose. If you don't know anything about Goose, we won't spoil it for you. She's a great cat.
All right, now let's talk about.
We can talk about the visual effects that Samuel L. Jackson had on his face. Because
It fooled me.
It
really fooled me. I mean, I had to keep reminding myself that
he looked like he was a few years out of Pulp Fiction, minus the afro and the mustache.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just it actually works. I'm not as distracted as I was with Peter Cushing and Carrie Fisher in Rogue One. I'm not distracted with Jeff Bridges in Tron Legacy. I'm not, but here
or
it's,
even
it's
with
like
Civil War, when they were first kind of not first testing it out, but when
right,
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. That's right.
So there was that, and then like even
I'm just
Michael
not
Douglas
as
and
distracted. I'm not as distracted here as I was there.
Yeah, they got a lot. I think they pretty much.
I think they did the same thing with Clark Gregg too. I might be mistaken on that. As Agent Coulson.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah, but they basically they've gotten that technology down to a T.
Yeah.
Like they don't look plastic. I mean, and Samuel L. Jackson was on screen for a very long time. Like he's a major
He
side
plays a
character.
key role, yeah.
So
Plays a key role.
you've got to, have the technology look good.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think that was excellent. And of course, just when you see Captain Marvel's powers, just because raw energy flowing through her.
When she becomes who she's meant to be, I am ready for Endgame at that point. Man.
Oh yeah, like the it's like energy flowing through her hair, individual threads.
Like after everything went down in Infinity War, you know that Captain Marvel has to be the person to like make everything right. After seeing Captain Marvel, she can do it. It's just a question of how she does it.
And yeah, I think the scroll designs. I guess that's what they look like in the comics. So I'm not gonna. I mean, if they want to loosely, or if they want to stay more close to the comics and what they're supposed to be. Then
Again, never
sure.
read the comics.
Okay, but I think I watched an animated show called Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. They had a story arc with Captain Marvel in it, and I think the Skrull and the Kree were involved. And I want to say I think the Skrulls are supposed to look like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man, but anyway, it was it wasn't my favorite design. I think the Kree looked a little better. Although then I was even wondering, okay, what the heck kind of Kree is Jude Law's character, because he's not blue. He's just a regular white dude in a rubber suit like Brie Larson.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's confusing.
There really isn't much else I can add to this. It's just another.
Yeah, I guess I wish the editing for some of the action scenes were better. Like there's this action sequence with
I sort of expected
with
it.
Captain Marvel and the Skrulls to be a little more cleanly edited, but it wasn't a little too fast for me. But other than that, I mean, I guess if you're used to watching Marvel films, it's kind of what they do. So it's not as much of a distraction as it used to be. But yeah, you wish that it could be better. Anyway, but
So
overall,
picky,
I know
freaking picky, man.
You know what? When you watch a ton of movies, and you watch more than me,
Why do we go to the movies, Brian? Why do we go to the movies?
because we love them.
There you go. We
Yeah.
go there to have a good time, even though we expect a Marvel movie to like be more or less what we anticipated.
Black
being.
Panther
We
was
have a good
nominated
time.
for Best Picture.
I'm
They have
so
standards
proud of that.
now.
So proud of that. Okay, so Captain
Sorry.
Panther asked a lot of questions, raised a few issues that I don't really think many other Marvel movies can really live up to from that point. But Captain Marvel, it's just fun.
It's
a solid, fun ride. That's all I need.
Yeah, and so I give this movie a high five.
I give it a high five as well.
Yeah, it is fun. It sets you up for Endgame, and hopefully Endgame is ready to hit because I think Captain Marvel did what it's supposed to do.
I can just see you in the future. Wave.
Yeah, I hope I don't give it away. I do not. want to
Mixed
give it
review.
away.
Disappointing. Not what I expected at all.
It's awful.
Okay, it's not going to be awful. I haven't seen that Marvel awful movie.
Thor: The Dark World.
Okay, that wasn't awful. It was just boring.
Yeah. I would even. Well, Incredible Hulk wasn't. Yeah, it
That
was.
had some solid moments.
Yeah, solid moments, but it was close. I'm trying to think of anything else. Yeah, those are like probably the two worst ones that are MCU. Everything else, that's. I think my least favorite Marvel movie would be like Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Well, that's not part of the cinematic universe, though.
But yeah, nothing to do with it. But I do thank that movie for giving Marvel or the MCU the rights to borrow Spider-Man for the MCU.
Oh yeah, slightly, because Sony logo is still in front of. All right, we can talk about this forever.
Yeah,
not
we're
I'm
done
Tanner.
doing it. I'm Brian.
We'll see you at the movies.
At the movies. All right, and as I awkwardly go over to shut the live stream.
I'm going to sleep now.